It has been a very busy Saturday afternoon here in Chicagoland, and we begin with some breaking news. A massive protest that we've been following all afternoon in the Loop. Tens of thousands of people started filling Daley Plaza more than an hour before the noon start time for the No Kings rally, and eventually shutting down streets to speak out against President Donald Trump's policies. We have team coverage. Marissa Sulik and Dave Savini are live along Washington Street with our coverage tonight. Marissa, let's start with you.
Yeah, Joe, we are here literally right outside our CBS studios where we finally saw police. They were trying to prevent some marchers from continuing on with this march even 2 hours after it started, or ended for that matter. And finally, we did see them use a lot of de-escalation techniques to get everyone to finally disperse. But today, if you came to Daley Plaza earlier, you saw tens of thousands of people. They were fed up, they were angry, and they were expressing their concerns about the Trump administration and their handling of deportations and ICE. But the emphasis all day was to keep this nonviolent, keep this peaceful, and to use their First Amendment rights to get this done today. Now, that was the message echoed by the tens of thousands of people here in Chicago and at rallies nationwide. They all came out and gathered to show they will not fall to Donald Trump. Today's rally was organized by Indivisible Chicago and the ACLU, but we heard from prominent Illinois politicians, including U.S. Senator Dick Durbin and U.S. Representative Chuy Garcia, who says Trump is ruling like a king.
There are troops in our cities and ICE in our schools. There's a military parade in our nation's capital today costing taxpayers $45 million.
I see a country which decided in 1776, no more kings in America. We the people govern. Not the kings, we the people govern.
Now, I do want to show that there is still a police presence here at the corner of Washington and Dearborn. Again, we don't see many of the marchers here. They're starting to either leave, go home. But again, police are sticking around here. Even Superintendent Larry Snelling is here as well. But even after this rally today, there was a march, and people marched for hours. We marched with them, me and our Dave Savini, who I do want to bring in right now. And this was long. This was a long afternoon for us.
Marissa, it was a long day. We basically walked about 3 hours and did essentially a loop of the Loop with the protesters, but it was a peaceful protest. And here's a little sample of some highlights of what we saw.
The images were powerful. No matter where you stood, there was a massive show of force by those exercising their right to peacefully protest, like Chantel Chacon and her family protesting ICE.
Today I'm speaking out for those who feel they can't, for those people who have to stay at home out of fear. I'm speaking for those people. I'm speaking for my family. I'm speaking for the people who deserve to have a voice but feel like they can't.
The enormous crowd started gathering around 10 a.m. I'm standing above the rally here in our newsroom at the CBS Broadcast Center. Take a look out our window. You could see the size of this massive crowd. Here's what it looked like as we covered it from top to bottom. So this is kind of what you'd be going through if you were out here right now. That's how packed it is. Coming through, coming through. Got it, Sam? All right, we're still working our way towards the center of events. We got a bunch of kids here. How you doing, guys? Where'd you guys come from today?
Minnesota.
Oh, you came all the way down from Minnesota. Okay.
Yes. Everyone deserves to be here. Everyone deserves to have a voice. And at the end of the day, we're the land of opportunity.
Chantel Chacon says she came here from Berwyn, and she, like many others, said they thought it was a well-run event. Live from Daley Plaza, Dave Savini, back to you. And Joe, it looks like there's more police officers out right here now than there are protesters. So everything is safe, it's calm, it's peaceful. Let's hope it stays that way.
No doubt, Dave. Thank you. Marissa as well. With crowds starting to thin out, public transit is getting back to normal. The CTA says buses have resumed service in the Loop after disruptions because of the protests. The transit agency is warning passengers there may be delays, though, as everything gets back up and running once again. Well, Chicago wasn't the only city in our area that held No Kings protests today. Citizen app video from Palatine shows a crowd gathered near Route 14 and Hicks Road. Organizers also inflated a large chicken balloon you see there. Car horns and cowbells filled the air in Geneva. No Kings protesters and a few flag-carrying pups lined at least 3 blocks of Randall Road carrying signs and chanting. Millions of people turned out for similar demonstrations in all 50 states and even overseas.